Welcome everyone to Fell Riders Diaries, and we're in Keswick today, and what we're going to do is we're going to pick up the 5289. This is the road that goes into the Borodale Valley, and I would have loved to have done this weeks ago, but because of the winter, because of the wind and the rains and all that sort of thing, the road washed away. So there's a little bit of roadworks going on. I know it's passable, so I was down there the other day. And we'll get a good look at this. About a week before Easter, and it's starting to get busy around here. And unfortunately with that comes the traffic. And the traffic on the best part is okay, but people looking for their holiday homes, they're following sat-navs, so they don't have the local knowledge, and they're a little bit unpredictable. In the car, not on the motorbike, in the last 3 days I've had 2 people turn into me. Haven't hit me because you've got to look at where they are and drive for them to a certain extent, but if I wasn't prepared, if I wasn't on the horn, then they would have happily turned into me, and that's another painful insurance claim that you don't want. So you've got to keep your eyes out, and not just ride for yourself but ride for other people, because there's no point being in the right if your car's written off or your bike's in a drink or something worse. Borodale Valley, please drive carefully. No, that's my intention. And I think this is a particularly pretty place. There's a famous bridge up here called Ashness Bridge. We won't be going to it today. It's not on it's not on my planned route. What I'm hoping to do today is to take the road round Derwent Water, which is the widest lake in the Lake District. But we're going to go through a place called Grange on Borodale, and then we're going to take the road to Portinscow. Now, while this 5289 has been washed out, everybody's been using this road to Portinscow. I never knew about it before, and it's an extremely thin road. I can't believe that they get oil trucks and delivery vans and buses up and down this road, but they do. But what it does give you is an extremely nice panoramic of the lake from a high vantage point. And whereas most of my riding has been around at lake level, because naturally that's where all the roads are, this is a fair rarity in that you get a good 50 or 70 metres above it and you get to look down upon it. So that's what we're going to try and do today. We're going to get ourselves down to Grange on Borodale, turn off there, get up into the fells a little bit and see if we can find a convenient place to park, and then we'll get a good look. Isn't that a good example of what I was just saying? It's not as if you never signalled or anything, but you just got to prepare yourself for what they might do. Bloody Volvo driver and all. Expect better. This is the road repair area I was telling you about. And hopefully this will be done in the next month or two. Derwent Water. It's a lovely place to be, and the mountain range over it, just to my right, that's the Cat Bells. It's supposed to be a very nice hike. I mean, I keep on saying I'm going to do this one, I'll never get round to it. And there's people who ask me when I do these vlogs, and they see that I'm happy to sit behind someone. So, you know, there's overtaking opportunities, why don't you take them? And I mean, just then, that is a good example, is that you can't predict what other people are about to do. Walkers on the street, that's another one. Dog walkers, ramblers. There's too many... Whoops. There's too many things that I can't decide, all for the risk of an overtake. If I can be mostly sure, I'd consider it, but I'd have to be absolutely sure to be certain. As I said previously, it's no good getting 49 out of 50 corners right, you've got to get them all right. And it's exactly the same with overtakes. And you've got to accept, I mean, this is the Lake District, this is what people come here for. You don't have this place to yourself, you've got to share it with everybody else. And as long as you're happy to do so, don't see a problem with the way I ride. Isn't this beautiful? There are some days, and I know I've said it before, but you do just feel lucky. Having been a city boy most of my life, there's still a huge novelty in all this for me. And it fairly staggers me that the people who live around here, they don't see it how I see it. I mean, I know they've grown up with it and it's all they've known, but even so. A lot of gravel in the road. So we're just approaching Grange on Borrowdale on our right hand side, so we're going to turn down now. It's a pretty little village, but it's a single track bridge and we don't always have it our own way, so let's see what we've got. If the BMW can go, then I can go. A lovely little tea room by the lake, by the river. Tea rooms, which means lots of tea and lots of cake. I know a collective will be interested in that. There we go. Okay, there's a lot of activity going on down here today. Well, it may just be it's a Monday and everybody who is going to be visiting the lakes for Easter is here, and these are the only places they can put their cars. As pretty as it is, it doesn't accommodate very well for the masses. I mean, this isn't Disneyland. We don't have like 3,000 space car parks. Basically a car park is wherever you can put your car that's not in anyone's way. Yeah, give them a little nod as well. We all know we're here for the same reasons. When you do go down these single track roads and you see cars parked on the sides, and you can't always see if there's people inside these cars or not. And you get walkers with dogs and hikers, and they're thinking of all sorts of things except what's on the road. This is where, I think, loud pipes save lives. Now, don't misunderstand me, I'm not going to go tear-arsing through these places at full chat, making a nuisance of myself. But even on a very modest 4,000 revs, in particular on this bike, you can barely hear it, but if I had my race pipe on, it'd make a rather, well actually a rather menacing sort of noise. Not unlike a Harley V4 or V-twin, they all make the same sort of punchy noises. But at the moment I feel very aware of the oral footprint that this bike doesn't have, so to speak. It's very discreet at the best of times. It's not a very garish bike, it's not covered in stickers, it doesn't shout out or scream race prepared or anything like this. It's exactly it's exactly how I think its rider is. It just competently gets on. Should have been an early gear earlier than that anyway. You get these blind bends and people will use the whole road because they think they can. And I don't really want to go hitting my horn on every bend. I don't think that endears you to the locals. Right, so for the sake of a better term, this is the Portinscale Pass, and we were just on the other side of this lake, and I'm going to pull over somewhere and find a convenient place to stop so you can get a good look at it. From here you can really understand this is bikers, not bikers country, this is walkers country. This is really where it's at. It's a lovely place to cycle as well. You get a good idea of what the lakes are about up here. When I start shifting around the 592 and the 591 and these sorts of roads, it's all well and good, but you don't really get to see the fells. And I can't really pull over and stop in a passing place, that's just not on. Although people do. And I think that's all the look you're going to get. So there's no secrets, everyone's up here. All the people who know. So I drive a 3.5 ton van and I've got to get up and down this road with traffic coming the other way. And we've got people like that parking wherever they can. I don't really blame them, but a bit of consideration wouldn't hurt. slow down. If I can't stop, at least give you a bit of time to look at this. The more astute of you will notice that the drop just on the other side of this road is almost vertical. In fact, if you look it up on an Ordnance Survey map, from the edge of this road almost down to Lakeside, it doesn't show any contour lines. What that basically means is within 10 metres it's a straight drop. And we had to do this road through winter in a van at night in the pissing rain. Thank Christ it wasn't snowing. Still, gives you a little look. And a little look from a place where you wouldn't normally see it from, I suppose. There we go, lovely. Now, coming down's fun. Because it's largely, at least you get a good look. It's not quite the Stelvio Pass, but it gives you plenty to think about. Cattle grids. Hit them at the same speed, do not change direction on them. It is nothing but shiny steel and you have almost zero grip on it. Oh well. So there you go. That's Grange on Borodale, and we're going to call it the Portinscale Pass. I don't actually know its correct name, but it'll do for now. It gives you a little look into what it's all about. And then on another vlog I might well do the Windbatter Pass. That's not far from here, and a bit of the Newlands Valley. The Newlands Valley I'd actually really like to do on the mountain bike. It's far more suited for that, but I'm not a great mountain biker, and so I might just do it on a motorbike instead. Anyway, that should do you. Have a good time everyone, and I'll speak to you all soon.